Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Jen and this is my finished Halloween trash panda or raccoon. You know, people, it's like the trash panda name just suits them perfectly because if you don't take care of your trash and make sure nothing can get into it, you're gonna wake up with a hell of a mess in the morning if you live near where raccoons are, because they will get into it. They've got like their hands are so dexterous. Is that the word? I don't know. They can get into things with their hands. But so they can make a big mess. But that's not our fault, or it's not their fault. I should say that's our fault for leaving shit out, which they can get at, you know. But yeah, they're cute and fuzzy and all and fluffy and all that stuff. Like, but they make a mess and they have teeth. I mean, I've known people that keep them as pets, but I'm like, why? Yeah, okay, it's kind of like having a cat, but one that's feral, because cats are been domesticated for a long time, you know. Raccoon, you're never really gonna make it be like, oh hey, you know, nice and snuggly and all that stuff. It's like people that keep skunks, they descent them, but it's like at the same time it's like, yeah, okay, I get it, they're cute and, you know, kind of like cats again, but pass. No, you know, I'll stick with, you know, the basic animals, you know. At least you might, you know, not get, you know, rabies. No, I'm kidding. You know, you won't get rabies from, well, you shouldn't get rabies from a raccoon. A lot of them are, you know, there's been a huge, anyway, that's completely off topic. But yeah, raccoons don't make the nicest of pets. I know that for a fact. But like I said, known for people that have them, and they ended up having to rehome them to rescues and stuff because they just got, even when they were neutered or spayed, they just got to be too much. So yeah, don't get raccoons as pets unless you know, just don't get raccoons as a pet. They don't make good pets. But anyway, so me working on the raccoon in Clip Studio. That's what this is done in. So I'm just working on the raccoon part because in part 1, which I'll hopefully have remembered to link above or link below, so there'll be a little card above if I remember how to do that. I mean, I know how to do it, I just forget all the bloody time to do it. But so yeah, I'm trying to make the round, very, very not realistic body of the raccoon look kind of okay. And then there's a lot of jumping around in this video because either I forgot to tape stuff or I just was like, you know what, this isn't gonna work. But the tail, which I ended up adding like, because I was like, that's how the whole thing illustration just looked really blank, so I had to add something. So I'm like, hey, where's the tail? We'll have a tail, so we'll add the tail. And I do add a bit of blue, partly because I used blue in the pumpkins, so I need to kind of, you know, add, you know, the rest and stuff. Add some blue to the raccoon so it doesn't look completely odd, because there's going to be blue light on the pumpkins, so there'll be blue light on the raccoon, which I do carry on into the candy corn when I do that later. But I think I forgot to put it, or did I? I can't remember if I put it on the toffee apples or whatever the hell they're called, the big red apples to the left of the raccoon. I can't remember if I did put blue on them. I don't know. Doesn't really matter because we're not at the toffee apples at this moment. We're still on the tail. Adding little highlights because the highlight will be coming from the top right, looking like the corner looking. Oh, I always do that. I always have this as a highlight. I really should like use a highlight something different, but I think it's just my fallback when I'm doing digital. The light source is in the top right, and I should really think, no, do it on the top. Just put it somewhere, because the light source doesn't have to be on the top right. I just keep putting it up there for some reason. Yeah. So working on his paws, they're very simplified and very, you know, but they do have 5 fingers, because I'm pretty sure raccoons have 5 fingers. I did look that up. I might be wrong. Hopefully I'm not wrong. If not, if I'm wrong, well, we'll just say some of his fingers are like on the other side of the pumpkin and you can't see them. I think they do have 5 fingers. I'll have to look that up when I'm done this, because I could have got that wrong, but I don't know. I'll figure it out. Maybe I did get it wrong. I don't know. Now I'm doubting myself if they have 5 fingers like human hands. I don't know. But whatever amount of fingers they have, like I said earlier, they can get into everything and anything with it. You know, I know that's what they're designed to do, but, you know, it's like, Jesus, it creates a lot of mess. And they're really loud when they fight. I mean, a lot of animals are loud when they fight, but, I mean, we used to have raccoons as dads because he lives near a nature reserve, and the raccoons and what do we got? Possums? I think we got, yeah, there's possums, bunnies, rabbits, snakes, a couple rattlers, I should say. What else am I saying? Turkeys, deer, no bears. Pretty sure there's no bears there. I never saw one. But, and coyotes. Lots of coyotes. So yeah, I say coyotes, even though some people say coyotes. But, coyotes is just the way I say it. I have no idea why. I just say coyotes. But maybe it's from living in Alberta. It's very possible it's from living in Alberta. And not everybody in Alberta says coyotes. But where I was living in Alberta, you know, a small hick town. That's not the name of the town, but it's a very small town. A lot of people said it coyotes, but farming kind of area and proper cowboy kind of area. Well, not quite. You have to go further up north to get like proper cowboy. You know, but people did ride horses and all that stuff, you know, little Stetson hat and all that stuff. Anyway, this has gotten really off topic. Nothing surprised there. But yeah, see, like, I added blue to the raccoon. You can see it there. And I'm just adding black. Yes, I use black. Now, you're not supposed to use black and blah, blah, blah. But you know what? Screw it. I use black. Just because I just do. You know, when I'm using, like, actual, like, paint, I probably just use, gray, like, I can't remember what it's called, the gray, it's, like, almost black, but it's not quite black, and I've got some under my desk, but I can't be bothered going to look at it at the moment. But see, this looks really odd when I just, like, take away some of the parts, but that's okay. I kind of had to, because I was like, what am I doing next? We'll do the mouth, and have the muzzle next, because it looks really flat. So I need to make it look a little more, conical. Hey, that's the right word. Yay for me. Conical is the right word, so, you know, so it doesn't look so, like he's got a squished face, because they have pointy noses and stuff like that. But, I don't think I end up working on the nose. I think I end up leaving, like, the nose part just black like that, even though I probably should have added highlights to it. But, you know, hey, it is done, so that's all. I'm not at the point where it's done yet. You haven't gotten that part yet. You still have to suffer. No. But, so yeah, so you add a bit of blue even to the... Do I add a bit of blue? Kind of. I think I do. Or at least they're gray. That's kind of blue. I can't remember. I'm looking at this and I don't think I added any blue to his muzzle either. But that's okay. It needs to look a little lighter. So it does. And a little bit more round. And then I start working on the apples. Which are very, very red. So I'm just like, glaringly red. I'm looking at the screen. I'm like, oh, I gotta close my eyes. It's too freaking bright. But add a bit of darker red to the shading and try to make it kind of look round like an apple, but I forget to make, like, I could have added, like, you know, sprinkles and all that stuff, but you know what, I'm like, screw it, I've already spent way too much time on this, I need to finish it, which is probably why I forgot to do the nose on him, but it looks okay the way it is, actually. But yeah, so add a bit of black and a bit of blue. I do add a bit of blue, which I'm doing at the moment. You can kind of see it there, and then I go back to black. I'm just making sure the shadows are supposed to be where they are, or supposed to be where they should be. Because, you know, the one apple's behind the other apple, and wouldn't be getting quite as much light, we'll say. And yeah, I can't actually eat toffee apples anymore. My dentist would kill me. He literally would. I mean, with the jaw surgery I had a couple years ago, I can't mouth enough to eat one anyway. Because I've got two fake jaw fucking TMJs. They're fake, so it's a piece of metal. The x-rays are really cool. Why do I keep going off topic? Go from toffee apples to talk about my jaw implants. But that's okay. So yeah, there's pieces of metal, so, and you can feel them. If you use John's really heavy duty magnets, you can actually feel them tugging on the screws, which is really odd, actually. Probably shouldn't do that. Probably shouldn't. It's like, no, don't put the magnets, but I can't remember what those magnets are now, actually. What they're called. Is it neodymium magnets? Quite possibly. He's got them for other things. I don't know what he uses. Probably to do with, like, tools, you know, fixing welding or something. Probably welding. I think it has to do something with welding. But yeah, so, candy corn was next. Don't worry, I don't put you through watching all the candy corn, because it freaking drove me, you know, bonkers doing all the candy corn. Note to self, don't draw so much candy corn next time. Because as they're doing the shading, it's like, oh god, how much candy corn can somebody draw, or eat, actually. It's like, ugh, you know, it's like just pure fake sugar is, you know. But add a bit, so you can see the blue in the candy corn, because, you know, yellow, blue, like, you know, add the different opposite colors, because it helps with the shading. And just a lot of zooming in and out. This is probably making people ill, actually, but you know, it is, I have to zoom in and out. But this is my Halloween raccoon finish, whatever I want to call it. I haven't decided on a name. I mean, it is, like I said, the whole trash panda thing, which I just think is cute, but hey, that's just me. But yeah, so this is it finished. Yeah, okay, I was gonna add a background, but I didn't, and that's just me being lazy. But yeah, I'm quite happy. Besides the lack of background, I'm actually quite happy the way it looks. He looks cute. He looks a little, like, startled as being, surprised being stuck in a pumpkin. But yeah, it is finished. So yes, thank you for watching and listening to me ramble about this and everything else that I apparently could think of at the time. But yeah, so please remember to like, comment, subscribe, ring the little belly thing to see or be notified when I post next, which should be Wednesday, crossing my fingers. But yeah, so thank you for watching, and please come back on Wednesday.